And welcome back. So, it's Thursday, so it's Throwback Day. But you know what? We're not going to call it Throwback Thursday. Everyone does that. This is a retro rip. So, today, what I have for you is 10 packs of 1988 Topps Baseball. Now, these are Leaders Edition. They are still the same familiar design that you are accustomed to from that year. I don't know about you, but I collected this set growing up. Not necessarily the minis, but the 1988 Topps Baseball set. There's some big names in here. Hall of Famers, All-Stars. So, let's see who's hiding in these packs. 1988. And unlike early Topps, there is no gum. All right. Look at that. Roger Clemens. Should be in the Hall. I don't know if he'll make it, but can't deny the talent the man had. Absolute workhorse. Absolute stud. Win a trip for 4 to the 1989 spring training. You think we still win that contest? Yeah. Yoink. Andre Dawson. Stud. Checklist. Now, for those of you that are younger and new to the hobby, if that, this is how we kept track of what cards we still needed in the set back in the day. There was no internet. There was no Google. This is what we did. These little boxes right here. You pulled a card, you checked it off, and you kept going. Pretty much obsolete now, but a nice blast from the past. Another big name right there on the back. Kevin Seitzer. Underrated, he was pretty decent. Jimmy Key. Great pitcher. Great. Look at that. Jose Canseco, 1/2 of the Bash Brothers. Bash Brothers, Roy Brothers, what do you want to call them? But you know what? They hit dingers. Here we go again. Yeet! Kirby Puckett. What a shame. What a shame what happened to him, ended his career. You know, in an instant, ball to the head, man goes blind. Still had an outstanding career. Outstanding. Galarraga, another powerhouse. That man could mash, absolutely mash the ball. Wait! Saberhagen, another great pitcher. Probably, yeah, I'd say a little underrated compared to his fellow pitchers of that era. I mean, let's face it, he pitched alongside Nolan Ryan, Clemens, Johnson, Dwight Gooden. A lot of big names in that era pitching. But Saberhagen held his own. Absolutely in the conversation of one of the best of that era, in my opinion. Maybe not top 5, but I'd say top 20 from that era. Paul Molitor, another one. Hall of Famer. Absolute great. Ken Hrbek. John Kruk. Man, what can you say? Absolute brick shithouse. Great player. Another great, Robin Yount. Unbelievable talent. It's a great set. It's a shame that the junk wax era pretty much ruined the value of these cards. There's so many great players from this era, and their cards, they don't get the love or the value they deserve. They really don't. It's a shame, but, you know, Topps and Upper Deck, Score and Fleer and Donruss, you know, they printed the demand and plummeted the value. But it's always great getting these stars of the past. Speaking of stars of the past, Mr. Darryl Strawberry. He, most people put sugar on their strawberries. Darryl liked a different type of sugar. But you know what? On the field, one of the greatest hitters we've ever seen from that era. Dude could rake. That's what the back looks like, in case anybody was wondering. Jack Morris, another great pitcher in his own right. Jose again. Kenny Dykstra. Same thing. Great, versatile player. You know, he wasn't the biggest guy in the field, but he played the game. He got down and dirty. He did it. You know, unfortunately, his own demons got the best of him, and even later in life, he just it's a shame. But boy, could he play. Nails. Dale Murphy, another great player from that era. Nice to see Topps had great quality control then too. Fernando Venezuela. For those of you that watch that man pitch, he was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. He took the mound, you were watching something special. The man rarely had an off day. Mike Schmidt, probably, arguably one of the great, if not the greatest third baseman from that era. Absolute all-star. Orel Hershiser, again, he's up there. He's up there on that list for top 20 pitchers of this era. A lot of juice in these packs, huh? Speaking of the greats, Nolan Ryan. I don't care what team you root for. Nolan Ryan is definitely up there in the top 3 pitchers of all time. Of all time. The Ryan Express, he was untouchable. Untouchable. Ask Robin Ventura. I mean, 5,000 plus strikeouts. I'm still convinced that when he retired, he was just bored. His arm didn't give out. He was bored. He just struck everybody out. He was just, I got nothing else to do. Tony Gwynn. Besides Pete Rose, this man, if you saw him get to the plate 9.5 times out of 10, doesn't matter who you are, he was getting a hit. Didn't matter. Did not matter. Throw the man a fastball, he's going to hit it. Curveball, slider, heck, you could throw it up in the air like a softball pitch. He was going to hit it. All those silver sluggers don't lie. Vince, I'm going to throw a firecracker in a Shea Stadium Coleman. Mike Scott, again, great pitcher. Wade Boggs, another one on that list of the greatest third baseman of that era. Multiple-time World Series champion. Alan Trammell, another Hall of Famer. Great player. Juice. Nails. Seen a lot of repeats. Galarraga, another guy, stood the test of time. Absolutely could drive that ball. Dave Stewart, another quality player. There he is, Doc. Him and Daryl, you already know. They loved putting sugar all over their cereal. What could have been? What could have been to such iconic talents? Imagine if they stayed in New York. Could have been a dynasty. Could have been a dynasty. And, you know, if they kept their noses clean. All right, last pack for our trip down memory lane for today. All right, there we have it. So that was a nice trip of nostalgia for everyone. A lot of all-stars, a lot of men in Cooperstown, a lot of men that should be in Cooperstown, but due to certain things, will we see them? You know, Bonds, Canseco, McGuire, heck, even Pete Rose. Will we see them in the hall one day? I guess we'll have to see. But as it stands right now, you know, it's up to Major League Baseball and the voters and the Writers Association. So, with that, I hope everyone enjoyed the retro rip. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.